A few weeks ago, Anthropic, which is the company behind the popular AI model called Claude, released their latest version of the model called Claude Fable 5, which was so powerful that people were making clones of Minecraft and Pokemon with just one prompt. Until 3 days after the launch, the US government told Anthropic to ban all non-US citizens from using Fable 5. Now, as it's very hard to verify every user's location and citizenship, Anthropic removed Fable 5 altogether from the public domain, and today, nobody, including US citizens, is able to access it.
Later, it was made available to only about 100 trusted US institutions. If you thought this is the only case where the US is controlling normal public's access to the top-tier AI models, then you are totally wrong. OpenAI, which is the company behind ChatGPT, was by now supposed to release their latest version AI model called GPT 5.6, but they haven't yet released this model for the public, and in their own words, at US government's request, they are giving it to only a small group of trusted partners. Now, who are these trusted partners? We don't know, but we may have a little idea why the US government is doing this. People are starting to guess that Anthropic, yes, the very company which I talked about earlier, may have some part to play in this situation. You see, Fable 5 is not the full beast mode version of the model Anthropic developed. 2 months before they released Fable 5, they told us that they have made an AI model so powerful that they are not going to release it to public. The model was called Mythos and was never fully released to the public. What was released to the public were frequent stories of its extraordinary efficiency in finding potential security problems in existing apps and systems. And this was the very reason they didn't release it to the public, because they thought people with bad intent may use this model to break apps and systems they shouldn't, and make the world not a better place to live. Then, 2 months later, they released Fable 5, which was the same model, but as they told us, with safeguards to prevent it from being used to do such cyber attacks and other illegal stuff. People believed them, but the US government didn't. Government thinks that there can be ways to bypass these safeguards and use the original Mythos model at its full power. According to OpenAI, its GPT 5.6 model is also pretty powerful, and it's the same reason for not being publicly available yet. Now, how long these models will not be available to the public, time will tell. But people are starting to worry if new frontier AI models are only going to be available to selected few powerful people and organizations, while the rest of us use old, outdated ones.
I don't think this will be the case, because if these models are not released to the public, these AI companies will make no money, and if they make no money, they will not be able to develop new, powerful models. If US government keeps slowing down release of every new AI model, then open source AI models, which are freely available to everyone, may catch up with these paid models.
Then nobody will pay for these models, even if they are available. Well, nothing is certain in the world of AI, and we will have to wait and see how things unfold, but one thing is certain, you will not regret subscribing to this channel. So, subscribe right now, and see you in the next one.